Yo, what's going on everyone? It's me, it's Count, here with an all new Pokemon GO video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Ultra Unlock, specifically one of the bonuses that we're going to be getting with the Ultra Unlock. And I really have a problem with this particular bonus. Although a lot of the other stuff with this Ultra Unlock is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, I am a huge fan of this Ultra Unlock and I really think we need to be excited for this specific event. I really like the fact that they are upping their game. They are definitely improving from last year's Ultra Unlock. But there's just one particular thing that stuck out to me in a very negative way, and that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about in this video. But before we get into that, if you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so I mentioned that there's one particular thing about this Ultra Unlock that really angered me, and I'm going to be talking about that, but overall, I really think this is a very positive event. I really think the bonuses that we unlocked are phenomenal. The fact that we're going to be able to get unknowns through eggs, I think that's great because a lot of people are missing unknown from their Johto Pokedexes, so I really like the fact that Niantic is opening it up to pretty much everyone. So if you do not have an unknown, it's going to be pretty huge. Make sure you're hatching those eggs and it's going to be pretty awesome. There's also a lot of cool stuff regarding raid battles like Deoxys and all of its forms are coming back. We kind of predicted this based on like how it was with last year. At kind of like the end of the EX raid season, we got Mewtwo back in raids. And of course this year we could have predicted that Deoxys would be in regular raid battles. Of course this year it's only going to be for 1 week, whereas last year we had Mewtwo for an entire month. But yeah, that's pretty exciting stuff. So in spite of all the really cool bonuses from the Ultra Unlock, there's just one little thing that really caught my eye in a very negative way, and it's the fact that we're getting Mewtwo back in raids, and it's not the fact that we're getting Mewtwo back in raids, and it's actually not the fact that we're also going to be getting his shiny form. That's actually something I'm super excited about, but it's the fact that they're giving him an exclusive move. My goodness, like he already had a legacy move, which of course is Shadow Ball and Hyper Beam. But now we actually have another exclusive move, which is Psystrike. Psystrike, of course, is Mewtwo's signature move. If you know anything about Mewtwo from the anime, from the movies, Psystrike is kind of like his signature move. It's his main move. And we are getting it in Pokemon GO. But the key wording that I was really bothered by is the fact that they're calling it a special move, which indicates to me that this is going to be an exclusive move. And the fact that we're only getting Mewtwo back for just 1 week means for some of us who really want a nice psychic type Mewtwo, or I should say like a Mewtwo with nice psychic moves, this is definitely going to be our best option because of course Future Sight is still not available for Mewtwo and I don't think it ever will be. But compared to Psychic, Psystrike is definitely an upgrade. Psystrike Mewtwo is definitely something that I really want, and the fact that we can't TM to it with our current Mewtwo's, that's extremely disappointing because, I mean, just how powerful would it be if you had a Mewtwo with both Shadow Ball and Psystrike? That would be pretty awesome. But the fact that we only have 1 week to collect a super high IV Mewtwo with the move Psystrike, and the fact that it basically will be our only opportunity to get this Pokemon, like, that's really concerning. I mean, of course, they could bring back Mewtwo in a future date with his shiny form and the move Psystrike, but I really do not like this pattern of re-releasing Pokemon with new moves. I really like the idea of them just opening up those moves, like kind of like what we saw with the Gen 3 starters. Like, of course, with Blaziken, Swampert, and Sceptile, they actually had their signature moves added into the game, but they were TMable, which is something that was a really nice bonus. This is something I would like to see more, actually. Like when signature moves get introduced into the game, your current versions of that particular Pokemon will actually be able to learn it through TMs. I really want the moves to actually be added to the move pool as opposed to being an exclusive move. It just kind of took away a little bit of that buzz from Mewtwo. You could definitely tell that they're using it as kind of like a marketing slash business tactic, that they really really want to get people to go out and raid Mewtwo as if the shiny form wasn't motivation enough. And I really do not like that idea of FOMO being their main mechanic to get people to spend money in the game. Of course, it is a very strong way to get people to spend money in the game, but there's definitely people who are going to be frustrated and they're going to feel like they're missing out. It's not something that's sustainable, in my opinion. I'm already seeing a lot of comments on Reddit and Twitter with people worried about their Groudons and their Kyogres, that they've already spent all of this dust, they've already spent all of this candy in order to power up a bunch of their best Groudons and Kyogres, and eventually they will get their signature moves because, of course, their signature moves are currently not in the game. And yes, they're worried that all of that dust could have gone to waste, especially because the signature move could potentially be more powerful than their current best movesets. Now, in regards to that, when it comes to Mewtwo, fortunately, Psystrike isn't necessarily his best move, which of course is currently Shadow Ball. Psystrike is definitely an upgrade from Psychic, but it doesn't necessarily push Mewtwo into becoming the best generalist. Shadow Ball is still the best generalist moveset for Mewtwo, but of course with Psystrike, he does become a powerhouse with Psychic type Pokemon. So, I think, it's just unfortunate, and I really do not like the fact that Psystrike is going to be an exclusive move. I could be completely wrong here. Of course, this is more of an initial reaction. Hopefully, maybe Niantic could clarify it. Maybe they could say it will be added to the move pool, like the move Blaze Kick was for Blaziken and different things like that. That's something I would definitely prefer. Of course, because this is Mewtwo and it's a raid boss, I do not believe that they will do that, but I really think it's kind of unfortunate because really the shiny form itself should have been motivation enough for people to do as many of these raids as they can. I just think it's ridiculous at this point that there's this exclusive move deal. I really hope Niantic in the future implements some kind of special TM that you can only get through raids or something like that. I mean, I just feel like there needs to be something for this legacy move, this exclusive move problem, because it's starting to become a very troublesome trend with Pokemon Go, this whole idea of FOMO. And yes, there's always going to be people who will kind of push back against this whole thing, but there's also going to be people who will just simply say, hey, it's not a big deal. I mean, yes, the move pool is very important when it comes to a Pokemon's effectiveness and how strong they are. And of course, they also allow trading for some of these exclusive moves. So if you have a Mewtwo with Shadow Ball, you could, trade that to someone who needs it, and vice versa. But in any case, yeah, I do not like the idea of FOMO being a core design of Pokemon Go's raiding, because there's definitely going to be times where I will be unable to raid a certain Pokemon, and if I miss out on a moveset that is going to be its absolute best move, well, that's going to make me feel very unfortunate. Like, I'm going to be pretty bummed out about that. But yeah, like I said, in regards to everything else, I'm super excited about this Ultra Unlock. Again, we're getting unknowns. We're actually getting some Gen 5 Pokemon coming into the game, and I do not want you to feel like the hype behind this Ultra Unlock is ruined because of this one thing. I'm actually super hyped up about it, and really, this whole Psystrike exclusive move thing, it's not necessarily a big deal to me. I just kind of want to make sure my Shadow Ball Mewtwo's are not losing any value, because I really like my Shadow Ball Mewtwo's, and I think the ideal situation at this point would be for them to allow us to TM into Psystrike, and hopefully maybe that could be the case, but we just don't know at this point. Maybe Niantic will share some info regarding that real soon, but I don't know. I'm just kind of bothered by this whole thing with exclusive moves, and I just feel like I needed to share it with you guys. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this Ultra Unlock? What do you think about exclusive moves? Do you think it's an actual problem with Pokemon Go? Do you think it's something that we can overlook as players? Let me know your thoughts down below. Of course, when it comes to PvP and when it comes to different aspects of the game, the movesets are important. So of course, exclusive moves are something that could essentially make or break a Pokemon. We've seen this before with Pokemon like Metagross. So let me know your thoughts. I'm really curious to know what the community thinks. But in any case, yeah, I'm really hopeful for the future. I think now more than ever, we need legacy TMs, we need special TMs, whatever kind of TM that could exist that would allow us to gain these sort of moves. That would be really cool. But yeah, I would just I'm just being very hopeful, so we'll just have to wait and see. But that's going to be it for this video, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, I do not want to take away any of the hype for the Ultra Unlock. It's actually phenomenal. Like I said, I think it's a lot better than the Ultra Unlock we got last year, and it's something you should definitely be hyped up about. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts, and I just wanted to be honest with you guys that I try not to complain about a lot of things with Pokemon Go, but I just have to be honest with you guys if I'm upset about something. So yeah, If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if it's your first time here, don't forget that little bell, check out the merch links in the description below. Actually, it's really just one merch. It's a pin from GOOZEE Pins, definitely go and check that out. They always make a lot of cool pins, and yeah, there's some cool stuff down there, so yeah, check that out. I am Count Jinsula, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you all later.